Let me introduce you to my fictional colonel. Just to confirm, the colonel is not real. He is fictional and exclusively owned, and only appearing on the Genuine Walking in History channel YouTube. So join me and the colonel as we walk in history and discover my secret army. This is for entertainment purposes only, and does not reflect on any real-life events. If you like what we do here, then please subscribe, follow, comment, tell your friends. And if you don't like what we do here, don't follow, don't subscribe, don't comment, and good luck with your search of the many entertainment options available here on YouTube.
Welcome to the channel, and today we're at Malontor near Madron. This is called the Tinner's Way. This is the Walking in History channel, YouTube. Right, gate. Right, we are now walking up Tinner's Way.
Hello, Colonel Tech has asked me to assist you on the Walking in History YouTube channel. in your discovery of Churchill's secret army. I will be by your side, Colonel, to inform the viewers of any history that I believe is relevant in your content creation. Just call my name Flo and I'll be there. The path has over 20 prehistoric and early Christian sites along its way that traces, as closely as possible, the ancient paths along which tin and copper were transported from the mineral-rich area around St. Just, to sheltered anchorages at St. Ives, and to Mounts Bay. The mining industry in Cornwall faced many challenges over the centuries, including the discovery of copper and tin elsewhere in the world in the 19th century. The market crashed in 1866, and copper mining vanished from Cornwall by the end of the century. The Tinner's Way runs from Cape Cornwall to St. Ives, leads you through the following ancient and historical sites. Cape Cornwall. Kinnijack Cliff Castle. Tracasseal Stone Circles. Carn Kinnijack. Chun Castle. Man on Tull. Man Screefa Inscribed Stone. 4 Parish Boundary Stone. 9 Maiden Stone Circle. Mulfra Quite. Bishop's Head and Foot. Zenner Quai. Chun Quite.
Towards Malantol. This is believed to be an historic pathway or road to St. Ives. It goes back to the Bronze Age, where it used to be the main thoroughfare. As you walk in, this road is very uneven, and you have got very much a road that is it could be a bit deadly to walk across, so you need to have a good pair of boots, because you could sprain your ankle or even break it. So one thing is, have a stick as well. We are near Madron, and Madron is a couple of miles away. Madron is the name from after Saint Madron Church. The second fact, Madron The local village of Madron is said to have healing properties, and the 17th century written about. In the distance you can see Dingdale Mine. This is where we believe Richard Churchill once worked as an engineer. So that is very remote. over in the distance, you see Lanyon Court Farm, and Mr. Thomas owns it, and on his land is the actual OB. The actual OB, like I said, is on his land, and the OB was constructed by Royal Engineers and was accessible only for patrol. Now it's not very accessible. It's a bit dangerous to go near and go near the actual OB, because after what, 80 years? After 80 years of decay, and it could be watering down the bottom of it. The weather today has been absolutely lovely. It's been very good. The landscape, as you can see, all the walls that were built, they were built by man, and also they're made of granite, which last, I would say, for years. Oh, shout out to Seamus, who is in front of us with his good lady. He's a local talented musician and a friend of the channel. I believe to be his good lady as well. Okay. Yep. As you can tell, that we're going past high hedges. There's plenty of wildlife up this path. It is also, as you can tell, when it rains, it's over the decades, it's washed some of the sand and mud to expose the granite that's underneath. But other than that, I'm now going up a slight hill. It would be, I think, the people with disabilities might find it a bit of a task. Wheelchairs, I don't think it'll be wheelchair accessible unless you've got one of these new wheelchairs that has got big wheels, and it will come up here lovely, but normal wheelchair will not suffice to come up. It is, as you can tell by my breathing, it's a bit heavy, and it's very much, it's, yeah. Yep, we came up here 3 years ago, and to find the OB, and on that day it was a lot of mist, a lot of fog. I think we'd done about 8 miles walking before we found it. So, and it was just a mile, 2 mile up the road. But this is what the weather can be down here. It can be sometimes fog, mist, rain. You know, I was trying to orientate try and get bearings. It's difficult if it's very misty and foggy. Yeah, well, like I said before, this is very rugged land, and like I say, you need the footwear over in the distance. Over in the distance you can see that used to be cottages that the people used to live up here. Very barren, remote, must be you know, bad. It's cottages. What? All these walls made of Cornish granite, and the properties, the cottages built out of granite, and this is very rugged, beautiful land. It's got historic properties in the land. Yeah. Right, let's keep going. This, as you see on the right hand side, there is Ding Dong Mine, and the actual scrubland, heathland, very rugged. Not many cattle goes on that. We are now there's a sign there saying keep out, because the buildings are in disrepair and you could be how's it going? Yeah, keep walking. Yes, as I say, the ground is very up and down, it's very rocky, and yeah, so you can say that these were laid down by whoever in Bronze Age, I presume, laid them down. For what, I don't know. Today is a very good day for walking here, and then normally you might have a absolute howler of a day for weather, where it's wind, rain, and I apologise if the wind is you can hear a bit of wind in the mic. I apologise, but there again, as we walk and talk, but as you can see, all types of people use this path. Oops. On your right is the entrance to Madron. Now, if you're a disabled person, or you will need a bit of assistance from somebody, but as you can see, there's phone numbers and all that. The site is prepared for Cornish Ancient Site Protection, so this site is protected. And right, we now go across and up the steps. Oops, here we go, and then down. It's quite a steep. It's I believe it's a National Trust site. It is done by the National Trust. It's kept up to standard by the National Trust, I believe. I could be wrong, but here we go. Let's go to the rings. Yeah. Good afternoon. Afternoon. Now we're on a little we're now coming up to Madron, the fertility stones. That if I say that if a lady goes through the stones, through the hole, she could be pregnant, or get herself pregnant, sorry. So I don't know, it's a very, very ancient, it has mystical powers in and we have people here already.
Madron. This baffling monument is the only one of its kind in Cornwall, consisting of two upright menhirs flanking a hollow, ring-shaped stone. Squeezing through the stone was said to be a cure for infertility and rickets, but quite what the original purpose of the stone was is still a complete mystery. Guarded by a fairy, legend says the stone is guarded by a fairy or piskie.
It is a mythical yes, this is the stones, and the one in the middle with the round hole. If somebody goes through there, it has mystical powers to get, i.e., either the woman pregnant, and that is, and we are now looking over at the scrubland of where the OB is based. Roughly the OB is in that direction, so it is that piece. There you go, that's the scrubland of where the OB is situated.
Churchill's secret army, also known as the auxiliary units, had underground operational bases, OBs, across Britain during World War II. Purpose: these bases were built to serve as an underground line of defense in the event of a German invasion. The unit's role was to cause chaos, assassinate high-ranking German officers, and take out strategically important targets. Location: the precise locations of the bunkers were kept secret, making them difficult to find. Some bunkers have been discovered during tree felling or other construction work. Size: the bunkers were built to house a maximum of 8 men and could be built to last for months or years. Equipment: the bunkers were equipped with food rations, explosives, and self-contained units. Personnel: the units were often made up of local estate workers who knew the land well. Nickname: the units were nicknamed scallywags and were ordered to fight to the death. Stand down: the units were eventually stood down in late 1944.
That is where the OB is, and it is a bit of it is a very long trek to get to it, but this stream is as far as you can go. You cannot go any further than this, so you'll then have to return to the way you came for safety reasons. There you go. So it's a lovely little stream. I believe it's come from one of the mines. Water is so clear, it's beautiful. Yeah. There you go. There's a stream. And
let's check out the view from Skye too.
See you in the next one, where we will continue learning about my secret army.